Hi, my name is Wendy Weidner, and I'm the Research and Policy Project Lead at Alzheimer's Disease International. And I'm here to talk to you about our abstracts and how we structure them and how you can get them to stand out as the reviewers look at them. I think Paolo's already talked to you about the conference in general, so you know how important it is for ADI that we get a broad reach from the research community when they bring in their research and abstracts to us. It's a very exciting time for us at ADI to see the work that you're doing out there. So at ADI, we have two general types of abstracts. The first is a scientific abstract, and you'll see that it has four key areas. Really, when you put your abstract in, it's thinking about the aims of your research, what it is that you were seeking out to find out, what methods you used, how you planned and structured it, what the results of your research were, and finally, what the conclusions you made. How is this relevant? What is the meaning of this and impact for the dementia community? And how will this be possibly scalable and reach further than just your research itself? The non-scientific abstracts are a little bit less structured, but we like you to think about things like, what's the purpose of the research that you're doing? What is it that you were trying to find out? And how did you plan it? How did you plan the project that you did or your research? And did you include people living with dementia and carers in that process while you were planning it? What were the outcomes that you were looking to see from your research? And were you able to reach them? What were the conclusions? What did you find out? And what's the longer term impact of the work that you did? So the abstract length is 250 words max, so you've got to make it tight. So what's the process when you send it in? So all of the abstracts are individually reviewed anonymously by 3 reviewers from our scientific program committee and the International Advisory Board. And they're scored on a criteria from 1 to 5, and we just take the average score. So what are the reviewers looking at? They're looking at things like, what's the relevance of the research that you are doing to the ADI conference? Does it fit in those 7 action areas of the Global Action Plan on Dementia? Because that's the theme of the conference this year. How novel or original is the research that you're doing? Are you looking at something in a very new way, or is it something that's never been looked at before? How did you design your research? And again, we're very interested in how you designed it and if you included the voice of people living with dementia or their carers in that research, in the design. And did you think about that as you were designing it, or the impact on them? What were your conclusions? What were your results? How scalable is the work that you're doing, and what kind of impact is it going to have? I've already said this, but the involvement of people living with dementia and their carers is very important. And like we said, it's so important for us at ADI to think about the longer term impact of any research and the scalability of any research. So it's not just about working in one country, but can we do this in other countries, particularly low and middle income countries? And it's important that whatever you do is well structured and that you have a good standard of English when you bring it into us. So the program itself has a limited number of oral presentation slots, and how we choose that is that we really look at the sort of scores of the submissions of the abstracts. And so the higher your score, the better chance that you will have to have those oral presentation slots. So it's really important to think it through as you're putting your abstract together. We like to ensure that there's a balance of sessions across those 7 action areas of the Global Action Plan on Dementia, so that we have equal representation across all of those subject areas. We like to have a good balance of presenting authors, so we want to make sure that we've got some really good senior researchers, but equally we like to let our early career researchers shine because it's important. This is their opportunity. And very important, we like to have a really good geographical representation when people are giving their oral presentations, and gender representation as well, very important. So the oral sessions are either going to be part of an in-person program with some of the sessions live streamed, or they're going to be pre-recorded in a live virtual session. And the poster presentations will be available on the virtual platform with questions or like Q&A to the presenters possible. And all presentations will be available on the virtual platform for 30 days after the conference ends. Okay, I just wanted to give you some top tips for putting your abstract together. So the most important thing is read the abstract guidelines on the conference website, and the conference website is here. Go to the conference website and have a look. Make sure that you use dementia-friendly language. This is important because it's very important in everything that we do at ADI that we use dementia-friendly language. And if you are unclear about that, you can go on our website and look it up and find out. We've got a web page devoted to that to tell you what dementia-friendly language is and how to use it. Remember that this is going to be, your abstracts are going to be reviewed by a panel of dementia experts, so you don't have to go in depth and telling us what Alzheimer's and dementia is. They will know that. Make sure that your title grabs attention. This is the first thing that the reviewer is going to see, and we need to make it clear, but also that it's interesting and that it's also relevant. Make sure that you choose a presenting author so that we know who would be giving the oral presentation if somebody is. Make sure you proofread your abstract. Check it and check it again. And if you can, get a colleague to check it and proofread it, and also to give you feedback and recommend changes to it. Language, focus, etc. So look at the abstract topics carefully and think about which of those 7 action areas your topic would fit into, which topic area yours would fit into in the best way. You don't have to include references on your abstract. Don't worry about that. Write your title in a sentence case, and remember that the maximum word count is 250. And if you have more results still to come, please do tell us what you plan to do between the time that you hand in your abstract and the conference, so we know that there is action taking place. And you can edit your abstract up to the very closing deadline, so don't worry about that. I'm going to stop sharing and just wish you the best of luck. Encourage you to send your abstracts in. We are ready to receive them, very interested. And don't hesitate to contact us if you've got any questions. And join us if you can in London. It would be great to finally see some people face to face. Looking forward to it. And thank you for your time.